Tonight, from the Superdome in New Orleans, it's the NFC Divisional Round Playoffs on EA Sports.
So here are the Saints with a long field ahead. And they'll be led out by their left-handed quarterback.
And he and his team, they were the beneficiaries of a first-round bye earned by a tremendous regular season. He'd been a little bit nicked up, so he could use the rest. And I'm sure his teammates felt the exact same way. But now it'll be interesting to watch their first few drives in this one. Because sometimes getting the rest is great, but sometimes you accumulate a little bit of rust as well. Maybe they come out flat, and they can't afford that in the postseason.
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Back to throw here. And this will be caught. It's Isaiah Hodgins. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Well, that's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now back to throw. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
And what great recognition between a receiver and his quarterback, because he's going to recognize the trouble, and then he has 2 options. Cut off the route and come back to help, or head straight down the field, and he chooses the latter, and it turns into a huge play.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 30 left. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Chris Olave, 30 yards. And the Saints are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Well, we knew they had the crowd on their side. Their defense has already made a stop, and now here's an opening drive touchdown.
Yeah, how about the defense making the stop, offense feeling their momentum that they've generated, and turning into points on their side. So now you've got a team working together, and you get the crowd involved.
New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. Following the interception, they're set up nicely here, already inside the red zone, knocking on the door, if you will. 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air, eluding the pressure right. He's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Foster Moreau from 17 yards out. And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
The full team is involved in this game early, aren't they? Go down the field, score on offense, take the ball away on defense, and go right back and score again. You got to like the way that's working for them.
That's exactly right. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, 2-score lead. A little bit like you at breakfast this morning. I got to get this in. You had a perfect omelet, dropped it. It's a little bit of a turn. Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He's thrown a couple of touchdown passes already in this first quarter, and now looking for more as his guys begin 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Kenneth Walker. Shoves him away. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. He's on his way. Touchdown, New Orleans. Kenneth Walker, 78 yards. And the Saints continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence, does a great deal for your team, gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Flushed out right. He lets it go deep for Olave. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Chris Olave with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Saints take a 3-touchdown lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they maybe given up momentum. But not so fast.
No, not at all, because they end up pushing the lead up once again. And you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. He had the long touchdown pass on the last drive, his third of this first half, as his guys take over with a first down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive, being chased out left. Now he's into the clear again, inside the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great play there. 75 yards as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75.
He was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of. The key is calling it in the right situation.
He's led his guys up and down the field in this first half. 3 touchdown passes and another touchdown. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And all the way to the 25 before he's hit and dropped. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Back to throw now on first down. Dancing to his left. He lets it go deep for Olave. And this one nearly picked off. Well, kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's second down. He'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. Throwing out right here, caught by Olave. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. A reminder coming up here at halftime, we'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first half highlights and analysis from a back and forth first half that we've seen. Forced out to his left. He lets it go deep for Olave. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And how about the start so far, Charles? 3 first-half touchdown passes.
And that's how you generate excitement on a team. Keep your offense moving at a really high level. And it's also how you establish leadership, by playing that well. 3 touchdown passes, that's the way to lead.
Now he's just hoping for number 4. Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Foster Moreau with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Saints are able to add on to their first half lead.
CD, you know, anytime they get close to the red zone, he is such a threat. And there he is again already, his second touchdown of the ball game.
And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Now a play fake here on first down. He'll buy some time right. Fights him off. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
Partner, even I can figure out who deserves the lion's share of credit for their lead right now, because he has been terrific in a dual threat role, really chewing up yardage and getting them points with his legs. Simply put, that defense has had no way of stopping him, and that's why his side is on top.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Buying time to his left. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, New Orleans. Chris Olave saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Saints will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Even though he was forced from the pocket, still able to adjust, make the long throw, and it ends with a really big touchdown.
Yeah, moving to his left. The key to everything when they're moving outside of the pocket, doesn't matter which side, making sure those shoulders get around and you get back square so you can get everything on the throw and create the big play.
The Saints going to take over on offense to begin this 3rd quarter. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big off.
A wild throw, Johnson. And the Bears are going to have it here just past the 25. Set to take over once again. Out comes the Saints offense. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. That's complete to Moreau, the tight end. Now he's loose again. Touchdown! Foster Moreau, 72 yards. And the Saints have taken a 6-touchdown lead.
So, my man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware. The New Orleans offense set to take over.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
The partner still in the third quarter, but they've got this one well in hand and still airing it out with gusto and picking up some nice gains.
And even in lopsided games like this, you don't really see starters get lifted or the foot come off the gas before the fourth quarter. No one wants to leave any doubt when they're playing well. They just want to continue the process.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
He lets it go deep for Olave.
And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Chris Olave.
50 yards.
And the Saints are pouring it on. Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent. And they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. And nobody in the stadium feels better than he does right now. Just a slew of touchdown passes. He's been spectacular.
And you and I both know this is a team game, one of the best team games that's out there. But right now, I've forgotten what the scoreboard even says. Just watching what he's doing.
It's been fun.
That's been mesmerizing and a whole lot of fun to watch.
He's hoping to keep it going here in the third quarter. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They're going to look to throw. Escaping the pressure right.
He lets it go deep for Olave.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Saints.
Chris Olave.
73 yards.
And the Saints get another third quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flush from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, stayed alive as a passer, tremendous body control, and a pretty good arm there, too.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
And it would appear that that first-round bye certainly helped. They've looked fresh from the start and no letdown here as they lead big in this divisional round, and they look to book a spot in the conference championship.
They go play action here on first down. Steps away to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep back over the middle. That's caught inside the 20.
Perry,
75 yards.
And the Saints are moving closer to a date now in the NFC Championship game as they're able to extend this fourth quarter lead.
I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. And one play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
The New Orleans offense set to take over. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He finds his man, complete. It's Arnold. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up second down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
This one goes underneath to Walker.
Ooh, with a juke. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
On play action, they'll throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
That was a good effort there trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. So it's Saints football as we get you reset.
From the 33, here's 2nd down and 5.
They'll look to throw here. Rolling to his left. Shifts by him. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
And this is a rarity in the NFL, a 100-yard game on the ground for a quarterback. Even as those passers get more athletic and mobile, we only see about 5 of these a season. It takes a special set of circumstances for it to happen, and of course, a special player.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Steps away. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. The quarterback run has eaten him up all game long, and there he goes again, this time into the end zone.
And what I like about what I'm seeing, absolutely running almost with impunity. He's not worried about his body. He's not worried about sliding. He's not worried about protecting himself. He's worried about getting yardage. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, you've got to start figuring out what these blocking schemes are.
The New Orleans offense back out and ready to go.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Sliding out of the pocket. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And that's caught inside the 30. A big-time play there for New Orleans. And even 60 yards. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on first and 10. They'll set up to throw. Being chased out left. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. They'll roll him out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. He'll look to throw. On the move to his left. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship. And do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to, Brandon. They have to be ready because if you win, you've got to hand those out on the field right away. And just think about the pressure for the players now. Families are going to be talking about tickets to the Super Bowl even before you play the conference championship game.